But if you are, let's say, like in the UK, in America, and you're thinking you want to move,
now you've got your top 5, what things will you look for in a developer?
buying a house that's already built.
Buy something for you to live in. But when it comes to more kind of like investment purposes,
High.
they're very high.
Especially Pearl in the City, we're
Yeah.
talking like $350,000.
So I'm here with the legendary Vanessa Kanbi, who has been amazing in actually shining a light on a lot of things in Ghana, especially the Ghana property market. And I'm excited because I've just met you here. We're here at Pokwase Heights. Just tell me your opinion about the Ghana property market right now.
So there are a lot of properties out there. There's a lot of buildings coming up, and properties like this actually are affordable, and you don't find many of them, to be honest, that are that affordable. Pros and cons to the market.
Right.
Personally, for me right now, I would say it's better to buy something that's already built than to buy it off plan.
Interesting.
Only because,
you know, they're credible in the market. I would prefer to go with off-plan. Why? Because you can negotiate better rates. You've got the payment plans, right? I think there's more, you've got more negotiation power. If you're going for negotiation power, if you've got cash, then fine, already built, because then you can check everything, or et cetera, et cetera. But you know, a lot of the people that come to me, they're not ready right now. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
so it depends on who the person may be.
No, that's true actually. But I think for me, it's just slightly risky buying off plan, because even with a track record, you just don't know how long it's going to take.
Right.
I mean, even me personally, I've done videos years
and
ago.
Not ready.
Houses drove past the place, and I'm thinking, they said on that video that I was going to be finished in like end of 2022, and that place is still not looking finished.
Okay.
So you know, so for me, and it depends though, because I feel like people here, living here, that know the landscape, know that things aren't on time.
Yeah.
But if you are, let's say, like in the UK, in America, and you're thinking you want to move January 2023, you buy a place that says it's going to finish December 2022.
You need to give yourself another at least 6 months, right?
At least. So I just think for me, I think it's good to buy something that's already built, that you can see with your own eyes. You can check it out. Is it exactly what you want? But obviously there is good deals off plan as well. There's so many really nice areas to buy properties here.
Which is a good point actually. So I'm just about to launch a masterclass, a course for people that are in the diaspora that want to actually purchase property in Ghana. And I'm going to be taking on them on this journey, right? And you know, a lot of people ask, what are the key things to look out for when they're actually trying to find the right developer to work with, firstly, and secondly, the best areas to invest in. So what would you say are those things? So what are the top things to look for, and what are the best areas to look in at the moment?
So if I'm looking for an area, personally, I have kids. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a school that I want my kids to go for, and then I'm going to choose a property within that area, because traffic in Accra is no joke.
Crazy.
So you don't want to be in the car for an hour every morning taking your children to school, or you know, wherever you need to go. If you've got a place of work, I'd be doing that first. Where are you going to be most of the time, and then live close to there. But for me, the top areas that I like, I really like Cantonments, I really like East Legon, I like Leboni. Also, if you're really into that sort of party life, you know, if you want some quiet time,
then maybe not Osu. Maybe Osu's not for you, right? But
Jolu, also a really nice area. So I think they would be like my top 5.
Okay. And now you've got your top 5. What things will you look for in a developer?
So if I was going to be buying a house that's already built, I would definitely, personally, I'd want it to be as sustainable as possible. So if it could have solar panels, like they have solar panels here, a borehole, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for basically everything to be there. I don't want to have to be relying on Ghana Water or electricity from the main grid. Like I want everything there. On top of that, I want somebody that's built before. I don't really want, potentially that have been around for a few years, so I can go and see how is that project doing now. Let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, how has it stood? Is it still standing? You know what I mean? They're the things that I'm going to be looking for.
I love that. Now you've given us a bit of insights in terms of you looking to buy something for you to live in. But when it comes to more kind of like investment purposes, so a lot of people that want to find ways that they can still live in the UK, live in, you know, US, wherever, and they're looking for something they can invest in. What things would you look for as an investable product or investable project versus something that's for residential purposes?
So I would probably be looking at an apartment I really love like Pearl in the City, Diamond in the City. Like that's probably my favourite
Pearl in
development.
the City, Cantonments.
Cantonments,
Oh, yeah.
they've got a new development.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely not paid by them. I would love to be. But those properties, excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, people are always renting. Like when they come on holiday, they want to stay in cantonments. To be honest, if I was doing a rental, I'd probably do cantonments.
Okay, and with that, just typically in cantonments, what are some of the price points at the moment that you're aware of?
High.
They're very high.
Especially Pearl in the City, we're talking like $350,000 for maybe a 2-bed, 3-bed apartment.
And then for renting it out, in terms of rental income, you know, for 1 beds, 2 beds, 3 beds, what would you recommend is the best property type for somebody who wants to actually invest?
Do you know what? I'm not an expert on...
You can find this out actually in my ebook. So in my ebook, you know, a lot of people that I speak to, and also on the property course, we're going to be speaking to a lot of people that are property developers and people that come in that are experts. Are going to be speaking about why things like 1-beds and studios actually have the greatest yield when it comes to investment properties, for example. But when it comes to actually, you know, 350k mark for properties that are in cantonments, for example, how you can actually generate, you know, a level of good yield to be able to sustain, I guess, to try and get your return on that investment, right? But finally, just to those people that are in the diaspora, UK, US, Germany, wherever, what would be your #1 recommendation for people that want to invest in Ghana?
So if you have the time, the money, the resources, and you're actually living here, and you have people that you can trust building, you will get the most return on your investment. But it is a potentially risky thing because, you know, you need somewhere that's the land, it's not going to be taken away from you.
Litigation free.
Yeah. So if you can do all that, I would say to build because you're gonna make money. Okay.
So that's what Vanessa thinks. So if you are interested in investing in Ghana and you're looking for trustworthy people, then do feel free to reach out. I guess Vanessa also has a network. I do as well. But also, if you're looking at trying to invest in places, Vanessa said cantonments is a great place to invest in. If you're looking for places that you want to live in, consider places like schools, areas where you can reach schools, where there's not a lot of traffic, etc., etc., etc. But feel free to reach out to me, and also be aware that I'm launching my masterclass where you can find out more about how you can invest in Ghana's property market. My ebook is also available at diasporatohome.com. Vanessa, so where can we find you for more information?
So it's Vanessa Kanbi. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on them all, but mainly YouTube.
She's a legend. She's actually a legend. And you can find me at Lorraine H. Wright.